Hello there, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It is always a pleasure to hang out with you. Yes, it is. I also had a cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I was bored, so I had one, and now I'm kind of freaking out, man. Also, quick little side note, check out how, I don't know if we can see it, how dope, here we go. Look at how dope this shirt is. Cool shirt. Anyway, today we're gonna do a little bit of a Q&A. I asked you on Twitter for questions and you provided them, like lots, hundreds of them. So we're not gonna answer all 100. We'll do that for another time over the course of time, all of time, as we know it. It's gonna be a really long series. Nora Mermaid asks, if I were a merman, what color would my tail be? So I don't really know the color, probably purple, but I do have a story. When I was a young boy, like 16, I had really long hair. Here's a photo. And I always dreamed that I would grow my hair all the way down to my pectorals, and then I would put on a fin bottom, and I would go into a beach and just wash up on shore and start screaming for someone to push me back into the ocean because I was dying because I can't breathe oxygen. Anyway, a little dream that I had. Almaria F, what side of the bed do you prefer to sleep on? The right side of the bed, and in addition to that, I also take my pillow and I flip it so that the open area where you insert the pillow is facing towards the inside of the bed, because I have just this weird fear that if it's facing towards the outside of the bed, that it'd be easier for a monster to grab. Mimi Molly, Jake, what is your fave Taco Bell sauce? 1 second, I'll be right back. 1 second. Diablo sauce. This is a whole entire bag of nothing but Diablo sauce. I also have another bag, smaller, but in my car just in case I ever need Diablo sauce. Ooh, this one's really good. This is from Mario Botello, who wrote a really long thing, but the truncated, he says, do you think it's ever too late to start again with a clean slate? To start again with your passion or with what you thought that you wanted to do? And for that, I have a kind of long answer, but I'm gonna try and make it short. I went to college, my major was film, and then I also studied psychology as well. But after college, I started working in advertising and I started working in television production. It just felt like it was sucking out my energy and my creativity, and I didn't like it. So I wanted to try a bunch of different things. I applied to college again to go for computer science, but I also wanted to be a chef, so I also applied to culinary school. And then I kind of discovered YouTube, and I put those things aside and I was able to find my passion. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't like thinking that you start again, because that kind of insinuates that everything you did before is erased, and it's not. It's still a part of you, and you still use that to be creative or to form your opinions on what's next. So, if anything, you're getting more experience, and you shouldn't think of it as a failure or as not doing well enough. You're just learning more. Mikey Fool 47 asks, what is the smallest thing that has made the biggest difference in your life? Hearing another opinion. So you read one article, well, there's going to be a counter article to that. So just kind of absorbing as much information about a topic as humanly possible. Jacob Lee 31, what would you say to someone struggling with cancer? I would probably, honestly, not say anything, and I would just listen. CBS and others, do you have any advice for someone who's afraid that they will never be as good as the people around them? Yes, I do. Don't try and compare yourself to others. Try and differentiate yourself from others. How can you take something and make it different? How can you make it creative in your own way so that it expresses you? So you're not trying to emulate or exceed other people. You're trying to live alongside them and be unique alongside them. Baby Panda Fern, if you could live in any other state, which one would it be? Probably a liquid state, I would say. Jen Bon, if you could speak to your younger self, what would you tell him? I don't think I would say anything, honestly, because now we get into this thing where that would change the course of my life. If future Jake went to talk to past Jake, it would change everything, and then I wouldn't be future Jake anymore. Unless we're in some sort of endless loop where me going back in time to talk to future Jake is what then leads me to the point where I am future Jake, who then wants to go back in time and talk to past Jake. I don't really know. Again, I don't know how long I've been talking. I'm like seriously freaking out because of coffee, so I feel like I've been talking at 1,000,000 miles per hour. So I am Ethan vs. ITM, what's something someone once said to you that made your life better? This is a piece of advice that is so simple and it's so logical, but it's stuck with me all these years. It's one of my really good friends. He used to be my roommate back in college. You know, we were both grinding away, and he said to me, you gotta put in your time. That was it. You gotta put in your time, Jake, because we were talking about how I felt like I should be doing better things and bigger things. And that has been something that I always think about, is that no matter how difficult something is, or how I feel like I'm entitled to something, you gotta put in your time. No one's going to give you anything. For most people, you have to earn it. You have to work for it. And that's the thing that's always stuck with me. And that's my favorite piece of advice that I've been given, is you gotta put in your time. And I think that's about it. I'm gonna drink all that Diablo sauce now, so I will probably see you again. Maybe, unless I OD on Diablo sauce. ODDS. Odds. But remember, my dear friend, it's not goodbye. Oh no, it's never goodbye. It's